That is Brian.
Jason.
And this is the Perfectly Screwed Podcast. Okay, if you did not see episode 108 or 109, please go back to 108 and 109 because, well, they couldn't see it, but if you didn't hear it, I'm talking like we're on television.
Right.
God damn, it's early. Because this is part 3 of The Son of Sam. So, we left off, to remind everybody, we left off talking about a victim, Denaro and Keenan. So, we're going to go on to the next victim, which was in November of 1976, and that's about a month from the last one, give or take. So, in November, high school students Donna DeMasi and Joni, I guess either way, Lomino walked home from a movie shortly after midnight. This was on November 27th, 1976. They were on the porch of Lomino's house in Floral Park when a young man dressed in military fatigues approached them and began to ask questions. In a high-pitched voice, he said, "Can you tell me how to get?" But then he quickly pulled out a revolver. And that's not something you see every day,
No.
Jason. I mean, you're just sitting there chilling on the porch talking to your friend. Dude comes up, "Hey, do you know how to get to..."
Bam!
Yeah. He shot each of the victims once. They fell to the ground injured. And he fired several more times, hitting the house before running away. A neighbor heard the gunshots, rushed out of the house, and saw a blond man running past, gripping a pistol in his left hand. DeMasi had been shot in the neck, but the wound was not life-threatening. Lomino was hit in the back and hospitalized. She was then later rendered paraplegic. So...
Oh, wow.
This dude is having no luck. He's killed nobody so far. He shot like 5 different people, 6 different people, hadn't killed a damn person one. This is the original drive-by right here. This is how drive-by started, Jason.
Man.
1976 with Son of Sam. He ran up to the house, just started unloading. And
I think you'd rather be killed than be a paraplegic, though.
Well, if you're a woman, I mean, you know, your pussy can't get hard anyways.
True. I guess if you look at it that way.
The hole still works. Sure, she had a...
You spit in it.
Right, yeah. She was fine.
Yeah, he's failing.
Yeah, badly.
Yeah.
So then he waited till January for the next one. So this one must have put him into depression or something because he's been failing completely. So at about 12:40 a.m. on January 30th, 1977, there was a secretary, Christina Freud, and her fiancé, John Deal. They were sitting in Deal's car near Forest Hills, Queens, preparing to drive to dance hall after having seen the movie Rocky. Well, that's a lovely movie. So, all of a sudden, 3 gunshots hit the car. In a panic, Deal drove away for help. He sustained minor superficial injuries, but the girl was shot twice, Freund, and died several hours later at the hospital. Neither victim had seen the attacker. So there we go. There's his first one.
So he's got it.
He got one.
He's got him one.
He got him one. He got him one. So on March 8th of the 1977 there, he, a Columbia University student named Virginia, and I'm not even going to try her last name because it's like Voshakek. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
We'll just call her Virginia.
We'll just call her V.
Yeah. She was, I'm serious, it's VOSKERICHIAN.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's obviously a Russian name.
Something.
Damn commies. Anyway, she was walking home from school when a man jumped out of the bushes armed.
Out of the bushes?
She's walking home from school, he just jumps out the bushes with the gun pulled. "Hey, bitch."
Wow.
She lived about a block from where the last shooting had happened. In a desperate move to defend herself, she lifted her textbooks between her and the killer. But the textbooks were penetrated. And the bullet struck her square in the head and killed her. No shit. 44 caliber bullet. And the textbooks didn't stop him, Jason. Didn't stop him at all, bud.
Well, but
I mean, it's a good try. But,
yeah, you're going to try something.
yeah, but last I knew, math isn't bulletproof. Physics doesn't stop the 44 cal.
No, you're shit out of luck at that point.
So, the police were starting to catch on to this, finally, after a few murders and many shootings.
Right.
So, in March 10th of 1977, they decided to have a press cons. Yeah, that's what they had. A press conference. The mayor declared the same .44 Bulldog revolver had fired the shots that had killed both Laura and that other chick, V. Other documents later revealed, however, saying that while police suspected that the same .44 Bulldog had been used in the shootings, the evidence was actually inconclusive. So they didn't really know. They just said it to try to alleviate some of the public problems. See, also at this time, they never really had a good sketch of him. They had 3 different sketches for this killer. There was 3 different eyewitness accounts of who this person was.
Right.
At this time, the media started talking about it every day. Tabloid newspapers with graphic crime reporting and commentary. Foreign media also started publishing things about it. So at about 3 a.m., April 17th of 1977, Alexander Esu, a tow truck operator, and Valentina Serini, a student at Lehman College, were sitting in a car belonging to Esu's brother in the Bronx, about a block from Serena's house, and only a few blocks away from the other 2 shootings. So he's kind of in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
A resident heard 4 shots and called the police. Serena, who was sitting on the driver's seat, was shot once, Esu twice, both in the head. Serena died at the scene. Esu died at the hospital several hours later without being able to describe his attacker. Police said that the weapon used for the crime was the same one they had suspected in the earlier shootings. In 1993, Berkowitz confirmed that he was the shooter. So, now we're going to get into some of the crime scene letters. Because this is when he starts leaving the letters. Police discovered a handwritten letter near the bodies of Esu and Cern, written mostly in block letters, and addressed to the NYPD captain, Joseph Borelli. With this letter, Berkowitz identified himself as the son of Sam for the first time. The press had previously dubbed the killer the .44 caliber killer because of the weapon of choice. The letter expressed the killer's determination to continue his work and taunt police for their fruitless efforts to capture him. In full, with misspellings intact, it says, "I say goodbye and good night." Of course, he didn't write good night. He wrote good, N-T-G-H-T, because he's an idiot. It said, "Police, let me haunt you with these words. I will be back. I will be back." To be interpreted as bang, 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 yours in murder, Mr. Monster. He says, "I am deeply hurt by you calling me a woman hater. I am not, but I am a monster. I am the son of Sam. I am the little brat. When Father Sam gets drunk, he gets mean. He beats his family. Sometimes he ties me to the back of the house. Other times he locks me in the garage. Sam loves to drink blood. Go out and kill," commands Father Sam. "Behind our house some rest, mostly young, raped and slaughtered, their blood drained, just bones now. Papa Sam keeps me locked in the attic too. I can't get out, but I look out the attic window and watch the world go by. I feel like an outsider. I am on a different wavelength than everybody else, programmed to kill. However, to stop me, you must kill me. Attention, all police. Shoot me first. Shoot to kill or else. Keep out of my way or you will die. Papa Sam is old now. He needs some blood to preserve his youth. He's had too many heart attacks. Too many heart attacks. Me hoot, it hurts, sonny boy. I miss my pretty princess most of all. Jesus Christ, this motherfucker's crazy.
He is.
She's resting in Our Lady's house, but I'll see her soon. I am the monster, Beelzebub, the chubby behemoth, and I love to hunt. Prowling the streets looking for fair game, tasty meat. The women of Queens are the prettiest of all. I must be the water they drink. I live for the hunt. My life. Blood for Papa. Mr. Barilli, sir, I don't want to kill anymore. No, sir. But no more must I honor my father. I want to make love to the world. I love people. I don't belong on earth. Return me to the Yahoos, to the people of Queens, and I love you. I want to wish you all a happy Easter. May God bless you in this life and in the next. And for now, I say goodbye and good night. Police, let me haunt you with these words. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Man, this dude is just... He's... I don't know, dude. He's like split personality or something.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The police were hypnotized because the shooter blamed a dark-haired nurse for his father's death due to too many heart attacks, phrase, and the facts that Luria was a medical technician and Valentini was studying to be a nurse. The killer's unusual attitude towards the police and the media received widespread scrutiny. Psychologist observes that many serial killers gain gratification by eluding pursuers and observers. The feeling control over the media, law enforcement, even the entire population, provides a source of social power for them. After consulting with several psychiatrists, police released a psychological profile. He was described as neurotic and a paranoid schizophrenic, and believed to be the victim, and he believed himself to be the victim of demon possession. So, then on May 30th of the same year of 1977, Jimmy Breslin received another letter from someone who claimed to be the .44 caliber killer. On the reverse of the envelope, neatly handprinted in 4 precise center lines, were the words, blood, family, darkness and death, absolute depravity, 44. The letter inside read, hello from the gutters of NYC, which are filled with dog manure, vomit, stale wine, urine and blood. Hello from the sewers of NYC, which swallow up these delicacies when they are washed away by the sweeper trucks. Hello from the cracks in the sidewalk of NYC and from the ants that dwell in these cracks and feed in the dried blood of the dead that has settled into the cracks. JB, I'm just dropping you a line to let you know that I appreciate your interest in those recent and horrendous .44 killings. I also want to tell you that I read your column daily and I find it quite informative. Tell me, Jim, what will you have for July 29th? You can forget about me if you like, because I don't care for publicity. However, you must not forget Donna Loria. And you cannot let the people forget her either. She was a very, very sweet girl, but Sam's a thirsty lad, and he won't let me stop killing until he gets his fill of the blood. Mr. Burslin, sir, don't think that because you haven't heard from me for a while that I went to sleep. No, rather, I'm still here, like a spirit roaming in the night, thirsty, hungry, seldom stopping to rest, anxious to please Father Sam. I love my work. Now the void has been filled. Perhaps one day we shall meet face to face, or perhaps I will be blown away by the cops with smoking 38s. Whatever. If I shall... whatever. Right? Yeah. If I shall be fortunate enough to meet you, I will tell you all about Father Sam, if you like, and I will even introduce you to him. His name is Sam the Terrible. Not knowing what the future holds, I shall say farewell, and I will see you at the next job. Or should I say, You will see my handiwork in the next job. Remember Miss Loria? Thank you. In their blood and from the gutter, Sam Creation, 44. Here are some names to help you along. Forward them to the inspector for your use by NCIC. I am the Duke of Death, the Wicked King Wicker, the 22 Disciples of Hell, John Wheaties, rapist and suffocator of young girls. P.S. Please inform all detectives working the slaying to remain on the case. P.S. J.B. Please inform all the detectives working on the case that I wish them the best of luck. Keep on digging. Drive on. Think positive. Get your butts. Knock on coffins, etc. Upon my capture, I promise to buy all you guys working the case a new pair of shoes if I can get up the money. Son of Sam. Jesus fucking hell Christ.
Wow, man.
I mean...
This dude has got some kind of imagination.
I mean... what do you... Jesus Lord.
Right.
I mean, how do you sit around and talk like this is a friendly letter to a guy you know about, hey, I just thought I'd drop you a line, Jimmy.
I don't know.
Hey, Jim. By the way, see me at the next one. All right, bud? See you at the next one, Jimmy. It's cool.
Yeah, I wonder what's going through these cops' minds as they're reading this shit.
Okay, below the letter was a sketch that combined several symbols. The writer's question, what will you have for July 29th, was considered a threat. July 29th would be the anniversary of the Lori Valtini shooting. Breslin notified police, who thought that the letter was probably from someone with knowledge of the shootings. Yeah, no shit. Really?
Right.
That's your detective work there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. You think he had knowledge of the shootings? Really? Yeah. Maybe because he named them and told you where they were and all? Yeah. Possibly. The Breslin letter was sophisticated in its wording and presentation, especially when compared to the first crudely written letter. Police suspected that it might have been created in an art studio or similar professional location. God damn, it's a good thing we don't play the drinking game anymore. People would be toasted on this one. By someone an expert in calligraphy. So, because of this, they speculated that he might be a comic book letterer, and they asked the staff at DC Comics whether they recognized the lettering. The Wicked King Wicker reference caused police to arrange a private screening of The Wicker Man, a 1973 horror movie. We have no clues whatsoever. Our best bet is to go to DC Comics and watch a movie from 1973 named The Wicker Man.
Grab the popcorn, set the VCR up.
Tell John over there to go to DC.
We're about to crack this case.
Yeah. We're going to watch that 1973 movie, The Wicker Man, I'm sure. They'll bust it wide open. And DC Comics, ask them if, anybody's been writing letters, on Batman that matches this letter here, bud.
Right, we got this.
Yeah, no problem. Why is it every time we talk about serial killers, the police are completely inept?
Every time.
Every time. Like in Boston, man, they just if it hadn't been for a jail informant, they'd have never caught him.
No.
Never. And even then, they don't know if they caught the right guy.
No. By all accounts, they didn't.
So now the police decided that it would be a good idea for the Daily News to publish a letter. And then they told Breslin to urge the killer to surrender. Jesus Christ. We didn't get nothing off the Wicker Man. Hey, reporter guy, if you could just beg him to surrender, it'd help us out a lot.
That'd be the best, yeah.
Yeah, if he could just turn himself in.
We're busy right now.
Yeah, we're busy handling a lot of other things. We can't juggle everything. We watched the movie. It's the best we can do.
We
went to D.C.
Go ahead and turn himself in.
Yeah. If he could just, show up at the police department, hands
It's
in the
going to
air.
be best for everybody.
Yeah. So all of the victims to date had long dark hair. So this caused thousands of women in New York to start cutting their hair short and dye their hair brightly colored dyes. In fact, beauty shops at this time had trouble meeting the demand for wigs. So June 26, 1977, right about the date he said, Salvatore Lupo, a mechanics helper, and Judy Placido, a recent high school graduate, had left a party in Bayside, Queens, and were sitting in Lupo's parked car at 3 a.m. 3 gunshots blasted through the vehicle. Lupo was wounded in the right forearm, while Placido, the woman, was shot in her right temple, shoulder, and back of the neck. But both victims survived their injuries. Neither Lupo nor Placido saw their attacker, but 2 witnesses reported a tall, dark-haired man in a leisure suit fleeing the area. One claimed to see him leave in a car and even supplied a partial license plate. And see, this is where it gets weird, because you heard the last description and the first description. The first description was sandy blonde-haired, chubby, stocky man.
Right.
Second description, tall, thin, blonde-haired man. Third description, dark-haired man, thin, in a suit. 3 different descriptions.
Yeah.
And 3 different people. So, with the first anniversary of the initial .44 caliber shooting approaching, police established a sizable dragman net that was around the past hunting grounds in Queens and the Bronx. However, the next and final .44 caliber shooting occurred actually in Brooklyn. Early on July 31st, 1977, Secretary Stacy Moskowitz and clothing salesman Robert Valenti were sitting in Valenti's car, which was parked under a street light near a city park in Bath Beach on their first date. They were kissing when a man approached within 3 feet of the passenger side of the car and fired 4 rounds, striking both victims in the head before he escaped into the park. Valenti lost his left eye. Moskowitz, the only blonde victim of Berkowitz, died from her injuries immediately. That night, Detective John Falacio,
Falacio?
F-A-L-O-T-I-C-O, Falacio.
Nice.
John Falacio.
Oh, Johnny Head.
He should not have been a cop. He should have been a porn star. At that time.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, John Falacio.
Now starring in Spanks for Coming to Dinner.
John Falacio.
Falacio.
Starring in Just the Tip. John Falacio.
Head out on the highway.
Head out on the highway.
John Falacio.
This summer,
Yes, sir.
a hitchhiker just going to Nevada. John Falacio.
On his first date.
John Falacio. Head out on the highway.
Watch as she gets her head blown off by John Falacio.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Falacio there was awakened at home and told to report to the 10th Homicide Division at the 60th Precinct Station House in Coney Island. He was given 2 weeks to work on the Moskowitz and Valenti case as a normal murder investigation. If it could not be solved in that time frame, it was going to be given to the Son of Sam Task Force. So they said, you have 2 weeks, Falacio. Just 2 weeks. And then we got to give it over to the task force.
God damn, dude. At this point,
I mean,
it seems like you could put a couple fucking squad cars on like a 2-block radius and catch this motherfucker just hiding in bushes. shooting motherfuckers in the head.
Well, New York's kind of big. I mean,
Well, that's true.
I mean, you're going through the Bronx, Queens, now Brooklyn. This was the last killing, anyways. So, I'm going to end it now. And when we do the next episode, we will talk about his capture and a couple other things about this case that's kind of odd. But hope you enjoyed part 3 of Son of Sam, and we will wrap it up next time.
All right. See you later.